Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Tell Me More Stories Told as podcast.
Yes.
Get ready for a deep dive into the life of a true American icon, a woman who went from singing in a one-room church to becoming a global superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
You know her, you love her,
You do.
but I bet you there are still things you don't know about this rhinestone-studded trailblazer.
I bet you're right about that.
So to really tell her story,
Yeah.
we have to go back to those early days in the Smoky Mountains.
Absolutely.
We're talking dirt, a one-room cabin,
Oh, wow.
one of 12 children.
12 children.
It's a world away from the glitz and glamour she's known for today.
It really is. And that's crucial to understanding Dolly.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, those early experiences, as challenging as they were, instilled in her a powerful work ethic,
Right.
a deep appreciation for family, and an unwavering belief in her own dream.
I think we see that so much in her music.
It's fascinating to see how that environment shaped her music.
Right. And you can hear those influences so clearly in songs like Coat of Many Colors,
Yeah.
a song literally about her mom stitching together a coat from scraps,
Uh-huh.
which became an anthem for making the best out of what you have.
Wow.
It's that blend of hardship and hope that really resonates with people.
It does. And her musical journey started early.
It did. It did.
Imagine this little Dolly, 6 years old, singing in a tiny mountain church.
Oh, wow.
Her voice echoing through the wooden pews.
I love it.
By 8, she's got her first real guitar, a gift from her uncle,
Uh-huh.
and she's already writing her own songs.
Wow.
Talk about a natural-born talent.
And it's like it was always there.
Yeah.
Like she was born for this.
Uh-huh.
And then by 10, she's performing on local radio and TV in East Tennessee.
My gosh.
I mean, this girl was a star.
Yeah.
And so naturally, she sets her sights on Nashville, the heart of country music.
Uh-huh.
18 years old, packs her bags and heads for Music City.
She did.
But it's interesting because she doesn't become a star overnight.
Yeah, she doesn't, it's so easy to think of Dolly's rise to fame as this meteoric thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
She actually started out as a songwriter.
Oh, wow.
Honing her craft,
Yes.
learning the ropes of the industry, and she was incredibly successful at it.
She was.
Think about this. Some of her early songs were being recorded by established country artists, even landing on the charts.
That's crazy.
I know.
She's writing hits for other people before she even has her own big break.
Exactly. But you can sense that burning desire in her to perform her own material. And that's where the Porter-Wagoner partnership comes in.
Yeah.
Now, this is often seen as her big break.
Right.
And it was in many ways, but it was also a complex and at times challenging chapter in her career.
It was a mixed bag.
It was a mixed bag.
So tell me more about this.
Okay.
I know Wagner was a huge star in the country music world,
He was.
but I'm curious about the dynamics of their partnership. How did that even happen?
So in 1967, Porter invites Dolly to join his syndicated TV show and road show.
Wow.
This was a huge platform for her,
Huge. Yeah.
but it wasn't a seamless transition.
Oh, really?
No audiences were used to Wagner's previous female singing partner and weren't immediately receptive to Dolly.
Bet. I can imagine that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's this new vivacious woman with a big personality and even bigger hair
And the hair?
sharing the stage with their beloved Porter.
Exactly. But Dolly, with her undeniable charm talent and those incredible songs, eventually won them over.
I bet.
And then came the hits.
Uh-huh.
They had a string of top 10 singles, even winning the CMA Award for Vocal Group of the Year.
Hold on. Got to pause for a sec for our listeners who might not be deep into country music.
Right.
CMA Award, that's like the Oscars of country music, right?
It is a huge deal, a
Yeah.
recognition of their undeniable chemistry and musical success.
Wow.
But as their fame grew, so did the tension. Dolly's own solo ambitions were starting to clash with the success of their duo.
Oh, that's tough.
It was.
It's that classic dilemma.
It is.
How do you balance a successful partnership with your own individual dreams?
Right.
And Dolly, being Dolly, knew she had to take a leap of faith.
Absolutely. It was a brave decision, and it ultimately paid off.
Yep,
But it was a gamble at the time.
it was.
But before we get into that, we have to talk about Dolly the songwriter, because her talent in that arena is just extraordinary.
Seriously, this woman has written over 3,000 songs.
It's unbelievable.
That's like one for every day of the year and then some.
It is.
But if you had to pick one song that defines her genius, it's got to be I Will Always Love You.
Right. Hands down, it's a masterpiece on so many levels. A heartfelt ballad,
Uh-huh.
Originally written about her professional split from Porter Wagoner, it later became a global phenomenon when Whitney Houston recorded it for the Bodyguard soundtrack.
I mean, wow.
Can you believe that?
It's one of those songs that just transcends genres and generations.
Yeah.
Speaking of transcending genres, before we go any further,
Okay.
I gotta say, if you're loving this Dolly deep dive, make sure you hit that subscribe button
Please do.
so you don't miss any other amazing stories on Tell Me More. Now back to I Will Always Love You.
Yes.
There's this story about Elvis Presley wanting to record it.
Yes, there is. Elvis's manager demanded that Dolly sign over half of the publishing rights if Elvis were to record the song.
Wait,
Yeah.
give up half the rights to a song she poured her heart and soul into.
It was a common practice back then.
Oh, really?
But Dolly, the savvy businesswoman, refused.
Wow.
She knew the value of her work and stood her ground.
I love that about her.
Me too.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Especially considering how much money that song went on to make, especially after Whitney Houston's version became a massive hit.
Oh, absolutely. That decision alone speaks volumes about Dolly's business acumen. She was a talented songwriter,
Yeah.
a captivating performer,
Uh-huh.
and a shrewd businesswoman. A combination that would serve her well as she navigated the often cutthroat music industry.
Okay, so we've got Dolly, the songwriter, extraordinaire, making bold moves.
Right.
Already defying expectations, but things are about to get even more interesting as she sets her sights on a whole new world, pop music.
That's right. Welcome back to Tell Me More Stories Told As podcast.
All right, so we left off with Dolly making the bold decision to break away from the successful duo with Porter Wagoner
Right.
and to step into the spotlight as a solo artist.
Yeah.
It's the late 70s, and she's got her sights set on something even bigger, crossing over into the world of pop music.
That's right. This was a risky move.
Huge risk.
It absolutely was. Country artists attempting to cross over into pop often faced resistance from both sides.
Yeah, I can see that.
Some country purists saw it as a betrayal,
Right.
while pop audiences could be skeptical.
It's like trying to please two very different crowds.
Exactly.
But if anyone could pull it off, it was Dolly.
She could.
She had this undeniable charisma, this way of connecting with people from all walks of life.
And she had a strategy.
Oh, she did.
Dolly didn't just jump into the pop world blindly.
Okay.
She collaborated with pop producers, carefully selected material that she thought would appeal to a broader audience,
Sorry.
and even updated her image a bit.
I love it. And bam.
And bam.
Her 1977 album, Here You Come Again, became her first million seller,
Wow.
topping the country charts and reaching number 20 on the pop charts.
That's huge.
That's when the world really started to take notice.
They did. It's a testament to her talent and her business savvy.
Right.
She knew how to adapt, how to evolve her sound without losing that core Dolly essence.
Yeah.
And those hits, 9 to 5,
Come on.
Here You Come Again,
Uh-huh.
Islands in the Stream with Kenny Rogers.
Oh, my gosh.
These songs became pop culture staples,
Huge.
even for people who didn't typically listen to country music.
Seriously, I bet even people who don't know a lick about country music have belted out 9 to 5 at karaoke at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the magic of Dolly. Her music has this incredible ability to transcend genres.
Right.
It speaks to universal experiences, working hard, chasing your dreams, finding love,
Yeah.
dealing with heartbreak.
It's all there.
It's relatable, it's catchy, it's fun, and it makes you feel good.
And speaking of 9 to 5,
Okay.
that song wasn't just a hit. It was the theme song for a hilarious movie starring Dolly,
Yes.
alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin.
Yes, 9 to 5, the movie.
So good.
A brilliant social commentary disguised as a workplace comedy.
Yeah.
It tackled important themes like gender inequality and workplace harassment, but it did it with humor,
Uh-huh.
heart, and Dolly's signature charm.
And it was a huge hit.
It was.
And it solidified Dolly's presence as a multi-talented force in entertainment.
I mean, singer, songwriter, actress.
He was unstoppable.
She was.
Their ambition didn't end there.
And to think about this, not content with conquering the music world.
Yeah.
Dolly sets her sights on creating something completely unique. Dollywood. Dollywood.
It's more than just a theme park. It's an experience.
It is.
It celebrates Appalachian culture music, food,
Yeah.
and craftsmanship.
Right.
It's a place where families can create lasting memories.
Yeah.
And it's a major economic driver for the region.
It is, and it all goes back to Dolly's deep connection to her roots.
Absolutely.
She never forgot where she came from, and she's always been dedicated to giving back.
Right.
Which brings us to another remarkable aspect of Dolly Parton, her incredible philanthropy.
This is a side of Dolly that I think often gets overshadowed by her glitz and glamour.
I think so too.
But it's such an important part of who she is.
Absolutely. Her heart is as big as her talent.
It really is.
Her Imagination Library, a program that mails free books to children from birth to kindergarten,
Wow.
has made a profound impact on literacy rates around the world.
Yeah.
Imagine over 850,000 books mailed out every single month,
Wow.
all inspired by her father's inability to read.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's a legacy that will touch generations to come.
I think so.
And it's not just the Imagination Library.
Right.
Dolly has championed countless other causes,
She has.
from wildfire relief and COVID-19 vaccine research to bald eagle preservation.
Yeah, it's a reflection of her genuine desire to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
And she does it all with such grace, humor, and humility.
Dolly Parton is truly a remarkable woman.
She is.
She's a testament to talent, resilience, and compassion.
Uh-huh.
Her story is a reminder that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a whole lot of heart.
It really is. She's proof that you can stay true to your roots while still reaching for the stars.
And that you can use your platform and your success to make a real difference in the world.
Absolutely.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground here, but there's one aspect of Dolly's story that I find particularly fascinating:
Okay.
her enduring appeal.
Uh-huh.
This woman has managed to stay relevant for decades, connecting with generation after generation. Oh, how did she do it?
That's a question for our final act. Stay tuned as we unpack the secret to Dolly Parton's timeless charm.
Welcome back to Tell Me More Stories Told This podcast.
We're diving into the final chapter of our Dolly Parton deep dive.
Right?
Her enduring appeal and ability to connect with people across generations.
It's really amazing
Yeah.
how she's managed to stay relevant for decades,
Uh-huh.
from country to pop to bluegrass to gospel.
Mm.
She's never been afraid to evolve and experiment with her music.
She really hasn't. That willingness to adapt, to embrace new sounds and collaborate with artists from different genres.
Right.
It's a key part of her staying power.
It is.
She's never let herself be boxed in by expectations.
And it's not just the music.
Right.
It's Dolly's personality.
Uh,
Her humor, her authenticity, it all shines through.
it does.
She's like that favorite aunt we all wish we had.
I know.
What's so fascinating here is how she's managed to cultivate this image of a backwoods Barbie, as she so cleverly put it.
Right.
She embraces her femininity, her glamour, her larger-than-life persona,
Yeah.
but she does it with a wink and a smile.
A wink and a smile.
It's never pretentious, never mean-spirited.
She owns it.
She owns it.
And people respond to that.
They do.
She's not afraid to poke fun at herself, to be vulnerable, to let people see the real Dolly
Yeah.
beneath the rhinestones and wigs.
And that relatability, that down-to-earth charm, it transcends age groups.
It does. She's a role model for women of all ages.
Yeah.
Inspiring them to embrace their individuality, their dreams, and their own inner strength.
You know, a few years back, there was that whole Dolly Parton challenge on social media.
Oh, yes.
People were posting different pictures of themselves, representing how they'd present on different platforms like LinkedIn,
Oh, yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Tinder.
Tinder, yes.
It was hilarious.
That challenge perfectly encapsulates Dolly's impact on pop culture.
It really does.
It was playful, it was creative, and it brought people together.
He did.
It showed just how deeply ingrained she is in our collective consciousness.
And think about this. She's achieved all of this while staying true to her roots,
Yeah.
never forgetting where she came from.
That authenticity is a huge part of her appeal.
Yeah.
People can sense that she's genuine, that she's not putting on an act, and they respect her for it.
So after all this, after the hits, the movies, the theme park, the philanthropy, what's the secret to Dolly Parton's enduring appeal?
I think it boils down to a few key things.
Okay.
First, her talent is undeniable.
Oh, yeah.
She's a gifted songwriter, a captivating performer, and a natural storyteller.
Agreed. And second, her work ethic is legendary.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
She's constantly creating, constantly pushing herself, never resting on her laurel.
Right. And third, and perhaps most importantly, she's just a genuinely good person.
She is.
She's compassionate, and she's always looking out for others.
That shines through in everything she does.
Uh,
It's no wonder she's beloved by people of all ages and backgrounds.
Dolly Parton is a true icon.
She is.
She's a testament to the power of talent, hard work, and authenticity.
Yeah.
And she's a reminder that it's possible to achieve incredible things while remaining true to yourself.
It's been an amazing journey exploring Dolly's life and career.
It has.
From a one-room cabin in the Smoky Mountains to global superstardom, she's done it all, and she's done it her way.
And she's still going strong.
Dolly Parton is a force of nature, and we can't wait to see what she does next.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the extraordinary life of Dolly Parton.
We hope you enjoyed the ride.
And if you want to hear more fascinating stories about incredible people,
Be sure to subscribe to Telling More Stories Told Us podcast.
until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and tell someone about the amazing Dolly Parton.